Bridgerton Season 3 aimed to deliver one of its most anticipated romances, Colin and Penelope, Pollen, but fell short of expectations. After 2 seasons of slow build-up, fans hoped for a heartfelt, emotionally rich arc. While Colin finally got screen time and a more defined personality, his transformation from oblivious friend to devoted lover felt rushed and unearned. The chemistry lacked the emotional depth and tension seen in past couples like Kate and Anthony. With too much focus on superficial attraction and side plots, and too little on authentic connection or growth, Pollen's love story ultimately missed the mark, leaving many fans underwhelmed. Bridgerton Season 3 gave Colin a personality, shame they forgot to give him chemistry with Penelope. What was meant to be one of the greatest love stories ever ended up feeling rushed. Here's why Pollen's arc in Bridgerton Season 3 missed the mark. Pollen's romance had been quietly building for 2 seasons, with Penelope's secret love and Colin's clueless boy charm setting the stage for a great story. Season 3 finally gave Colin a personality and screen time, but his sudden character shift felt too quick and didn't fully deliver the emotional connection fans were waiting for. Despite high expectations, the romance felt rushed, falling short of the fiery chemistry seen in past seasons like Kate and Anthony's, leaving many fans underwhelmed. For 2 seasons, Bridgerton quietly built the foundation for a beautiful, heartfelt romance between the ever-so-oblivious Colin Bridgerton and the wallflower Penelope Featherington. With Penelope's unrequited feelings and Colin's very sudden character growth, fans had sky-high expectations for Season 3, expectations that, for many, weren't quite met. While the season finally gave Colin more personality and screen time, it fell short in delivering the emotional payoff that Pollen shippers were hoping for. The build-up promised something even grander than Kate and Anthony's scorching arc, but instead, many were left wondering, how did something so exciting end up feeling so rushed? Why Colin and Penelope's romance didn't hit right in Bridgerton Season 3? Colin and Penelope's romance was, hands down, one of the most anticipated arcs in the Bridgerton universe. Fans had waited patiently for Colin to open his eyes to what had been in front of him all along. But when that moment finally arrived in Season 3, it felt more like a zap than watching a heartwarming realization unfold. His transition from clueless boy to passionate lover was so abrupt, it left many viewers struggling to buy into the connection. Colin had previously been pretty cocky, and might I add cruel, toward Penelope, especially showcased in that infamous Season 2 moment where he publicly laughed at the idea of courting her. So, when Season 3 jumps straight into longing stares and him totally drooling over the Featherington, it doesn't feel earned. His sudden infatuation feels less like a natural emotional evolution and more like a decision driven by Penelope's physical glow-up rather than any genuine shift in perception or appreciation of who she is at her core. What's missing is the gradual build-up of intimacy that the show has previously done so well. Their conversations too often skimmed the surface, focused on physical attraction rather than showcasing a deepening emotional or intellectual bond. A few thoughtful scenes about their shared love of writing or moments where Colin truly sees Penelope for her wit, her courage, and her loyalty could have gone a long way in helping the chemistry feel authentic. Instead, the season devotes valuable screen time to side plots, like the Mondrich storyline, while glossing over the emotional nuance that could have made Colin's romantic awakening feel believable. A softer approach could have highlighted how Colin slowly comes to realize that Penelope isn't just a friend or a fallback option but someone who challenges and inspires him. In the end, while there are moments of genuine love between Colin and Penelope, their relationship feels like a missed opportunity. The years of friendship, the longing, and the perfect friends-to-lovers setup had so much potential, and yet, somehow felt wasted. The tragedy of Colin Bridgerton's glow-up in Season 3. Other than that, the show seems to aim for a sweet, innocent romance between the two, which sits awkwardly against the backdrop of Colin's sort of, lack of a better word, rakish transformation. After all, this is a character who spent a significant part of his arc posturing about his romantic escapades, only to pivot into a holy devotion without the depth or tension to bridge that change. It's difficult to invest in a romantic storyline when it lacks the sexual tension that has now become a defining hallmark of Bridgerton. For a show built on steamy, emotionally charged connections, this one felt a little neutral. Although it had some pretty steamy scenes, the fire that Daphne and Simon or Kate and Anthony had was missing somehow. Bridgerton is no stranger to the magical main character glow-up. Once a character becomes the romantic lead, suddenly their lighting gets softer, their wardrobe more brilliant, and their cheekbones somehow even more defined. Colin was no exception to this rule, but it still somehow did not fit his character. Colin's glow-up was visually impressive, but the personality that came with it was sort of cringy. Instead of the sweet and sincere Colin, fans got a performative version trying too hard to be a heartthrob, and everyone from Eloise to his own mother seemed to notice. Penelope definitely did, too. Her whistle-down call-out wasn't just petty, it was the only honest reaction to a guy putting on a fake persona to maybe mask his hurt. The problem is that the show didn't give the fans enough time to feel that emotional journey. Without that context, the distinction between the real Colin and the facade got lost. He came back carrying emotional baggage, hurt from feeling abandoned by Pen and misunderstood by his family. But the show rushed through most of that inner turmoil. People barely got to sit with the pain that supposedly pushed him to become someone else. All in all, it was a bummer, too. Bridgerton is streaming on Netflix.